guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And today we're going to do a character guide on Selphie. I'm pretty excited to do this one because Selphie is pretty busted. She was really good when her LD came out, but they gave her a huge upgrade for her C90 that makes her even more busted than before. She's absolutely crazy. So we'll talk about that when we get into the showcase. So we're going to start off here, look at the artifacts, look at the spheres, give some recommendations there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop right into the showcase. So for her artifacts, attack for Selphie actually isn't crazy important because she doesn't really do a lot of like straight up brave damage. It's a lot of like brave gain and then attack, but she doesn't really do a lot of shaving at all, right? She has some gravity in her kit, but she doesn't really do shaving. So I think you should go with Max Brave 330 and Life of Trabia boost. Life of Trabia boost is the one you for sure want. The second one, if you don't want to do Max Brave, pick whatever you want, but I would say Max Brave and Life of Trabia is the way to go. That's what I'm going to do here. So the Life of Trabia boost is parties Imp Brave and Max Brave by 5%. So if you have that times 3, that's a 15% buff, which is really good. So that's what I would go for the artifacts. And then for the sphere, she does have a couple of particular ones to look at here. So Selphie is one of these units that have the encouragement armor. So units that have the encouragement armor, the encouragement keystone, they do a lot for brave gains. And so any unit that has that, you want to give them Paladin Cecil's C Sphere. It can be a refined one or a regular one. Either one works, and it is stackable, so you can put multiple on. So like Yuna's another character that has the encouragement armor, and she has 2 C slots. So I gave her 2 Paladin Cecil spheres. The way this calculates in with this sphere, it gets around like Lufenia bosses have like crazy brave gain reductions. Something about the way that Paladin Cecil Spear works, it calculates differently, so it like kind of ignores it almost, and you're getting way better brave gains than you should. And Selphie is a brave gain character, so you definitely want to have that. So I would say for the C slot, like number 1, you just want to put Paladin Cecil on there. If you don't have any of these right now, Paladin Cecil will have a C90 at some point, and hopefully that event will come with the opportunity to get refined ones. I would grind up a ton of those. Pretty much any of these encouragement armor characters, you want to put that on, right? And what I'll do is I'll show you guys something in a second, because some of you might not know what I mean when I talk about encouragement armor, so I will talk about that in 1 second. So then the D slot here, basically anything that's going to improve party attack. She does a lot of buffing, so you could put Waka. Like, Waka works fine, so that's attack and Max Brave. And then I really like Ashes, which is just a straight-up party attack, right? So anything that's going to help the party attack, I would say is good for the D slot. You can kind of just look and pick out what you've got there, right? Okay, so I just want to do a quick little piece here on explaining why the Pestle Sphere works and how you kind of look for that. So characters that have the encouragement keystone armor, the way the brave gain interaction works with Pestle, it kind of, like I said, bypasses the brave gain loss that like a lot of these Lufenia bosses have, right? So a lot of these guys will have brave gains down, and then the way the Pestle Sphere interacts with that, with encouragement keystone, it just heavily gets amplified. So it's really good on brave gain units. So if you want to check if a unit has encouragement keystone, what you need to do is look at their Lufenia armor, right? So if I look at Selphie's armor, it says Valor Resonance and Ravage Resonance, right? But what happens is when you put a book, and my Selphie's armor has a book on it, when you put a book on the armor, they get like an additional upgrade that goes above it. So the encouragement keystone will come on a base Lufenia armor. So if you're not sure, what you want to do is you just want to look at the shop. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the Lufenia armor shop. This way you can check your own characters to see who has encouragement keystone. Basically, anyone with encouragement keystone that can use a C slot, you're going to want to put Pestle on it, right? So let's go ahead and we're going to go into the shop really quick just to show you that. And I'm going to go to the Lufenia shop here just to show that off. So if we go into here, and then we go to Selphie, who we were just looking at, right? And she had Valor Resonance. But if we go into here and we find her original armor, you can hold it in, and you see she has encouragement's keystone. So any unit that has that encouragement keystone, like I said, the Pestle Sphere works good on that, right? All right, so there we go. That's pretty much the artifacts and spheres. So let's jump into a showcase. Selphie's a pretty fun, simple character to play, so this should be a fun little showcase to do. Of course, we got to take Selphie in to the Ramza Garnet sandwich. We gotta, right? One thing to note on Selphie, she is a launch character. And believe me, you guys, you will basically be launching constantly. You're going to have 100% uptick on launching if you run Selphie. So I highly recommend you are running Pandemonium as your summon. If you're running, because Pandemonium is going to increase your launch damage. So that's my recommendation there. So let's hop in. And we got Ramza who also launches. It's not going to matter. But we'll hop in. And of course, we're going to hop into Sid Reigns Lufenia Plus because it was built for launching. So why not showcase Selphie there? And hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up some Ultima cores here. So why not get some Ultima spears to upgrade our Ultima weapons? We got to get Terra's Sword ready, right? I think I just got to supplement 3 of 5. So right now I got a 5 out of 5 and a 3 out of 5. That's where I'm at with my Ultima weapons. Okay. So we'll just do a little bit of setup here. So we'll start with a shout. Yeah, we'll do that. And then Garnet's just going to do her basic setup. So I like to start with Aquamarine. You guys probably know this by now if you've been watching my videos. So Aquamarine, then we're going to go ahead and put the C or the call on. Okay. And then after the call, we're going to go ahead and do the AA. And then we're going to do a burst attack. Okay, and burst attack there. Perfect. All right, and then we're going to get Selphie up. All right. So Selphie has a her 15 and 35. You actually don't use them a ton. Like they're basically just to like upkeep. Well, the 15 is drained, so you're going to use that like if you want to heal. And it does do a little bit of gravity, right? So we'll show you that. And then the 35 is wall, which you always want to start with wall. Okay, so we're going to get that up really quick here. So we're going to open with wall. I always open with wall with Selphie. And it is a free turn, right? So you just use it, you get a free turn. The wall buff is really crazy because you get like 50% less brave damage taken. And then it also has 70% debuff evasion. So in events where the bosses like to heavily debuff you, wall is very, very important. Then basically you can just go into the LD, which is Rapture. And this is the thing that's crazy. Let's go ahead and throw this on, by the way. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw Rapture on. And so what this is going to do, this is going to do 100% gravity. So like if no matter what their brave is, it's going to put them down to 0. And then it launches them, right? Now here's the crazy thing. We'll let the boss go here really quick. We'll let him do his all attack. Okay. See nothing really going on there. But we're going to look at the boss quick. And he's going to have a Rapture debuff. And this is going to be part of her rework that makes her absolutely busted, okay? So he's got this Rapture debuff here. That came from the LD, right? It's guaranteed knockback. So it's guaranteed launch as long as they have the debuff on. The way Selphie used to work is if the boss got hit with anything, it would tick down by 1. With the rework, it no longer ticks down. So you can be doing like fast turn teams or turn manipulating teams where you're not giving the enemy a turn and you're just going to launch constantly. You only have to apply it once. So now you're just free to like go to town. So we'll do this. This is going to launch anyways because it's Ramza's move, but whether it was him or not, it would still launch the enemy because of the Rapture debuff. So this now gets crazy. So that alone is what makes Selphie crazy. Not to mention her battery is good and she's got healing. So Selphie can be like your all-in-one support unit, and you can run 2 of whatever else you want. Obviously, you know, Garnet or Ramza helps there, but yeah, you can kind of just go crazy. So we'll just do this, and you can see launch is happening every time. And because we've got, for one, we've got Garnet, but even Selphie too, like the Brave gains are good here, and you can see we're just capped on Brave constantly in this team build, and we're launching every single attack. All right, so Selphie, let's use her EX. So she has a very unique EX. So this is going to put the aura buff on. And the big thing that this aura buff does is it makes our EXs charge 20% faster. So now like we're helping with EX charge also, which makes Selphie really, really good, right? And then Drain, this here is just a gravity and then it's just like a big fat heal. But once again, you see none of her attacks actually are doing brave damage. That's why attack isn't so important on Selphie. And you want to focus more on just having more max brave so that you can do more damage on your launches, right? That's why Max Brave works way better on Selphie. And yeah, that's basically it. That's Selphie in a nutshell. We just go crazy. We launch for days. We do all kinds of things. We'll just do an HP triple plus here with Ramza. Launch, launch, launch. And you see the enemies just get eviscerated. So that's basically it. Like you heal when you drain when you want to heal. You LD when you want to refresh that, but you're not going to have to very often if you're staying ahead of the enemy, right? Or if you just want to do big fat damage, you can do that as well. And then also, I guess I can show you her AA really quick. But her AA does a really nice big fat heal on it. And actually, we could show off some gravity here too. So here, this ability recover, it recovers ability uses, gives you a big heal, free turn, right? Very good there. We can do a drain again and just show the gravity effect. Okay, so you can see it took like a big chunk of the Brave down there. And then I could use the LD if I wanted like a big gravity. So anyways, guys, there you go. That's Selphie. Very simple. Launch for days, do a lot of damage, Brave gains, heals. She does everything. So anyways, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.